Greetings, vagabond. School's out for summer, sun is out, people are at the beach, and the APOG team is inside, working on ATMOSFAR. Where else would we be? Well, some of us actually do have vacation, but the rest is continuing development. In our last vlog, we took a deep dive into level art. Today we're focusing on an adjacent topic, concept art. Instead of listening to what our community manager thinks a concept artist does, you're going to hear it straight from the source. Today, our concept artist, yes, the only one at the studio, is sharing her thoughts and reflections on her job. Take it away. Hi, I'm the artist. I've been asked to explain my job, which is actually harder than one might think. My parents still don't understand it, for example, and to give you all some insight into my part of the game making process. I'm a concept artist, which means that my job is to come up with interesting designs for the game. My main way of doing this is through sketches, drawings, and paintings. The reason why it's done in 2D is that it's much quicker and easier to test ideas this way. So instead of having our 3D artists build everything from scratch just to realize that we don't like it, I'll just paint what it could look like and save everyone a lot of time to ensure that the 3D artists can focus their energy into making amazing looking models. By working in 2D, we can also test multiple ideas in a very quick succession, which makes us more likely to arrive at a design that we really like. So while concept art consists of a lot of drawing and painting, it's more than just that. It's a way to test new ideas and to solve problems visually. I work very closely with our art director, whose job it is to set the tone for the game visually and create the unique visual style that we want ATMOSFAR to have. He plans the art style, the color palettes, and the overall feel and tone of the nature, animals, factions, tech, UI, etc. He lets me know what the goal is for a particular design, how it should feel, what colors could work, and sometimes gives me inspiration pictures or references to use as a starting point. After that, I usually have free rein to use my imagination. My favorite part is the early stages where I just brainstorm and try out a lot of different things. It's perhaps a bit surprising, but I found that an important skill to have when you do this kind of work is grit and persistence, maybe even more so than technical artistic skill, even though this is obviously very important too. As artists, I think there is a tendency to want to give up if your first idea doesn't pan out the way you wanted it to. I'm certainly guilty of this when I draw things in my free time. But with concept art, it's necessary to continue pushing even if the first couple of things turn out bad or less than ideal. That's how you get to the good and really good ideas. For me, the most thing to work on with this project has been the environment and the animals, but designing the character was very fun too. There is something about getting to breathe a bit of life into a new world that is incredibly rewarding. I especially enjoy creating various animals for the game world as well. Speculative biology, which is imagining what life could look like on other worlds, is a hobby of mine. So crafting new species and figuring out how they might fit into their specific ecological niches while being visually appealing and fit the game design requirements is a very fun challenge. Designing plants and landscapes is fun too, but I love how in the end the creatures become a core feature the player interacts with. It's a bit more dynamic. I'm very eager to see what the players will have to say about this world that we have crafted. This will be the first game I work on that gets released, and after spending years on the designs and slowly seeing it all come together to form its unique and, if I may say so myself, beautiful world, it's both nerve-wracking and very exciting that people soon will be able to experience it for themselves. I really hope you will enjoy exploring it as much as we've enjoyed creating it. Whoa, there is definitely more to concept art than what might meet the eye. Let's give it up for our incredible concept artist. One thing we're constantly working on when it comes to creating the world of Tycos is the balance between alien and familiar. Tycos is a planet far out in space, light years from planet Earth. This needs to be conveyed through our art direction, and it needs to be alien enough for players to want to continue to explore and experience the planet. At the same time, the vegetation, animals, and all other elements need to be familiar enough for the player to understand what they're looking at. Trying to orient oneself in a world where literally nothing is recognizable would only frustrate and wear out the player. Or it might be an idea for a new game. As explained by one of our level artists in a previous vlog, the environment itself serves as a support for gameplay. Utilizing, for example, vegetation and animals as cues is only doable if they're understood by the player. On the topic of the creative processes behind ATMOSFAR, we'd also like to point out that everything in the game is completely handmade by the team here at the studio. This includes everything from the first rough sketches to the final polished model for the game. We believe that coming up with your own ideas and executions stimulates creativity, which then makes it easier to come up with even more ideas. As our concept artist just said, we're soon going to ramp up to our usual speed again, but first, the APOG Labs team needs a well-deserved break. However much fun it is to develop, progress, and create, rest is important. And that goes for all of you as well. We hope that you have a wonderful summer and that you come back well rested and ready to take on Tycos. Thank you so much for watching and happy summer!